Today's episode is made possible by Modern Agents, driving innovation with purpose. Modern Agents uses AI and strategic insight to help businesses create lasting positive change with their unique journey consulting practice. Find out more about how your business can grow at modernagents.com.
Hey, Richmond. Welcome to Inspire AI, where we spotlight companies and individuals in the region who are pioneering the development and the use of AI. I'm Will Willis from AI Ready RVA, where our mission is to cultivate AI literacy in the greater Richmond region through awareness, community engagement, education, and advocacy. Today, we have our special guest, Jason McGinty from Capital One. Welcome to the show. Could you please take a moment and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and also Capital One?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on the show, Will. I'm a senior manager of software engineering at Capital One, worked for the company for about 13 years. As a senior manager, my teams integrate machine learning models into the experiences that we build within the platform that we manage. My responsibilities include designing, developing, and integrating with the machine learning models, as well as ensuring that the engineering teams are thriving with their growth mindset, and they have the access to the tools that they need to accomplish their job. And I also ensure the scalability and efficiency of our systems so that we can maintain our competitive edge.
All right, thanks, Jason. What inspired you to start working in the AI field, and what drives your passion for this technology?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think back to my undergrad years in a class, I think it was called Decision Management Systems. I was doing a report on artificial intelligence, and I was awestruck by its potential. And this was many, many years ago. So well before generative AI, I felt like being able to automate systems and decisions was going to change the world eventually. So I tracked it over the years to some extent, not really getting involved in it because I didn't have the means to make the impact in my job. Over the years, though, I did transition through roles that got me closer and closer to artificial intelligence to where I am today. I had to take many lateral steps, a few vertical leaps as well, and here I am working in artificial intelligence and hoping to make a big impact to the customers in the world around us with it.
All right. So tell me, what type of AI technologies or solutions do you enjoy working with, and what problems are they designed to solve?
Well, most recently, I've been working with natural language processing. The problems that I enjoy learning about and solving are really in the form of conversational AI, business-related problems. So it's got to have a purpose. When I think about it, like the problem that we're trying to solve is giving customers access to information in an automated way, so that we're not spending as much on resources, human resources. That's essentially what the problem is that natural language helps pretty much all industries. What's interesting about it to me is the capabilities of speech to text and text to speech, sentiment analysis, being able to leverage content that formerly was more challenging to deterministically feed a chatbot, and now it's very streamlined. And finally, I think that document summarization has a lot of runway for customer-facing solutions, and I'd like to see that develop in companies more.
What type of AI technologies or solutions do you enjoy working with, and what problems are they designed to solve?
Sure, yeah. I'm a big advocate of leveraging natural language processing as a technology to solve many business challenges. Interpreting customers' needs, leveraging the the sentiment to make real-time decisions. I think those are really interesting problems to solve. And, I like studying the frameworks around, especially machine translation, because I think the world could be a much more unified space if everybody could communicate well across various channels. And I think machine translation is going to change that for everyone.
Awesome. Now, let me ask you this, Jason. How do you see the importance of data privacy in AI implementation?
Yeah, that's an important question for sure. My instinct is to start with building trust with your customers, and that is cornerstone to data management. You must build an environment that customers' data is safe and secure within their control. They should be able to opt in, out of policies and understand those things in clear language so that they know what they're getting into when you're offering them solutions. I also think that companies should take a step further in building a well-managed data ecosystem that ensures these things are governed properly and the data is easily accessible and usable by all parties. Because if your data is not available in that manner, then how can you expect a machine to leverage it properly for you?
All right. So let's talk about what are some of the biggest technical challenges teams may encounter while developing AI solutions, and how would you recommend them addressing them?
All right, that's a good one. So you want your solutions to have high availability, scalability. You want to choose the right algorithm to address the problem you're solving. You want to ensure that the system is fed with quality data, and that your training and inference optimizations are well suited for the environment that you're operating it in. So I think some of those challenges can be overcome by hiring the experts that can do it for you. You have your researchers, your data scientists, your engineers. You also should consider really simple solutions. Anything in the cloud typically scales well if you build it properly. Selecting the right algorithm, I think, is a challenge in and of itself because there's so many out there. You might want to consider using pre-trained models that standardize things and then fine-tune according to whatever solution you're trying to solve. And I guess finally, just embed continuous learning into everything that you're doing so that you are never satisfied with the status quo and always looking to improve your efficiencies, which is performance and accuracy of your models as you go.
That's a great segue into my next question. What comes to mind when evaluating performances of a model?
Top of mind, accuracy, precision, recall, all of those have various benefits when evaluating models. I would say they all serve a purpose, and depending on what problem you're solving, you might want to weight one more than the other. Typically, more than one is a good idea to pay attention to in the first place. The other thing I would say outside of model performance is system performance. So your scalability, and during runtime, you want to make sure that you're leverage the right amount of data to solve a problem, and you want to have the right computational resources to deliver the inferences according to performance expectations. Yep.
All right. Next question. What trends do you foresee in AI development?
Top of mind, a few multimodal models, being able to leverage AI technologies across various channels and solutions, meeting the customer where they're at, whether it's speech or typing, image generation, all can play a role in meeting a customer's need. Then you have edge-based AI solutions where models are getting closer and closer to the devices and being even built into the operating systems. That's going to play a big role in the future of AI in terms of reducing latency and cost. And then I've always liked reinforcement learning because it takes me back to like a kid when I think about robotics and being able to train a robot. How do you do that? Well, you encourage it to do more of what you want it to do, and you discourage it from doing things that you don't want it to do, and that's how you reinforce its learning behaviors. And I think that's really cool stuff. Haven't really gotten my hands on that yet, but definitely fascinating. And then finally, AI agents, autonomously being used in broader and more complex problems. I think that being able to leverage agents to think or reason and make decisions on behalf of customers and just allowing them to validate that the customer wants the agent to execute it on their behalf. That I think we're going to see a lot of in the coming years.
Right. What advice would you give an aspiring AI developer or companies looking to enter the AI space?
You want to start with understanding the data, because your AI solution will only be as good as the data you feed it. You want to follow industry experts, find people that have similar values in business and in personal life that are leveraging the tools and technologies to learn from them. Read their blogs, their books, listen to their talks, all of that good stuff. You want to stay up to date with communities that are locally available to you, like AI Ready RVA, right? That's how I'm building my outside of Capital One network today. And finally, definitely understand the ethical implications. You want to ensure that you recognize the bias in your systems, any privacy concerns, and know that these things aren't always transparent, and to really understand how your systems are behaving and evolving as you go.
All right, one last question before we end. Not AI related, but if you had any superpower, what would it be and why?
Yeah, that's a good one. So my superpower would have to be like Doctor Strange's superpower, able to travel through space and time, through various dimensions. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I'm a big fan of the mystic arts. So yeah, let's go Doctor Strange.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jason, for being on our show today and sharing your insights. Thanks to our listeners for tuning in today. And if you or your company would like to be featured on an Inspire AI Richmond episode, please drop us a message. Don't forget to like, share, and follow our content to stay updated on the latest news and events from AI Ready RVA. And see you next time.